My name is Kanyi Dhairo, and I'm a Captain Tractor dealer based in Nairobi, Kenya, dealing with Captain tractors which are made and manufactured from India. In Italy, we've come for it's called the IMA Agricultural Show. It's the biggest agricultural show in Europe. We've come to display these products and to also assure our Kenyan farmers that the same product which is being sold for European specifications is still what they are getting in Kenya. I've been in the business since 2017 and I'm still going strong. It started very slow when we began, and by good luck during COVID, things really shot up. I think people spend a lot of time at home, people researched, and they found that these things are available in the market, and a lot of inquiries came. Also, the demand has been increasing since then, because a lot of sectors in the country really went down during that time, and the only sector which had very good prospects of growth was food and the agricultural sector. So we are happy with the way things are turning up. The background is, the reason why I really love this machine is because we have a big problem with land subdivision. So our farms have become smaller, but the tractors have remained the same size. So when this Captain India brought a mini tractor, which is compatible to the subdivided lands that we have, to make it economical and to make commercial sense, then I think this is a future for mechanizing our farms. We cannot continue with the big tractors, and still we cannot continue with handheld equipment. We must mechanize. I think the biggest problem, number one, is the lack of information. Most of our farmers don't know that there are affordable farm machineries available for them to use, that there are financing facilities for them as well to take advantage. And also, people have not done the costing to know that manual labor is very expensive. They need to calm down mechanized operations to make it affordable to compete with the other counterparts from the developed world. There's a lot to be done. The government has encouraged people to form circles and cooperatives, and I think the farmers should do that as much as possible, and then buy machineries as a group. There's power in togetherness. There's power in unity.
Your country, wonderful country, you have a huge quantity of water. I think that there is a good number of machines that is suitable for your countries. And what we need is to just think how to sell this machine in some cooperative way. Probably the farmer in Uganda and in Kenya are not enough big or not enough rich to afford a machine, but with a cooperative or with some person that can buy and can just rent the machine to the others, can be suitable for your job. There is also some technologies involved in your country, in many other countries, that allowed just to rent per hour or per days or per week the machine with some app on the smartphone or whatever. The machine, as I told you before, the quality of the machine is very important. Considering the income of a Kenyan farmer or Ugandese farmer is pretty low, the percentage of investment on technology is very high. You have not to waste money. Buying a cheap machine, I don't want to talk about China or whatever, I don't care, but buying a cheap machine is a very big risk, because there's no value on the time, and probably you will face a lot of problem of spare part, assistance and whatever. So I think the Western technology is a little bit better, and also is more reliable on the time. We have to convince companies to go to your country to make some fixing shop over there, some importer, because we need to create a network, sales network over there.
When we have this kind of machineries, which the engine is very simple, it's very easy to repair, even if you are with a low-level skilled technician, then it makes sense, because these are the kind of things that we need for our market. Of course, the heavy, high-tech machinery, it has its category, it has its people who find it suitable for them. But for the majority of the farmers, we need low technology, affordable machineries, which is easy also to provide after-sale service. because you don't want to spend millions of shillings and then you don't have spare parts, or there is no technician trained to service your equipment. But with this, it's very simple. So any normal car mechanic can easily fix these machines.
What I understand is 95% of the farmers in Kenya are small and marginal farmers who hold land less than 5 hectares. And half of them are now a terminology called telephone farmers. They work in city and they employ somebody to farm their land, because farming is not producing money for people enough. And the main reason is not using the mechanization, not using the crop science technique, and not utilizing the proper resources. I have already proposed to few countries in Africa the way to mechanize through help of Indian Exim Bank. In that process, we can supply the tractors, train the farmers, and make them money in such a way that they repay these loans in 2 years by generating more money, and if that happens, more farmer can be utilized. To do that, the way we have developed our product for tractors and implements, we have created crop science, crop life cycle implements, starting from land preparation till harvesting. Means one tractor will be used for plowing, sowing, weeding, spraying and harvesting. And after that, the same tractor will be used for haulage to transport the finished good to the market. Doing this, farmers' dependence on outsider and labor goes down. Because this is a small tractor which we manufacture, can be managed by women also. So the farmer and his family members, if they do everything on their own, they don't have to pay to the third party. In farming, they always have time. So after having this tractor with them, they do their own farm and then they do the another surrounding farms where they can make money. So this tractor which we are talking about can be utilized for 300 plus days a year. If you utilize your main investment for 300 days plus year, you can always make money. Whereas currently the African farmers are using 75 plus horsepower tractor, which they utilize only 30 days a year. If your investment of the equipment is not utilized properly throughout the year, you are not going to make money and you will always incur loss. When you will incur loss, you will not mechanize. But if you incur profit, you always mechanize. So by using my products and utilizing for 300 days, for which we have prepared our training manuals and we train farmers, if that happens, the farmer will make money and his life will improve. So the farmer should do farming to make money, not to just earn the livelihood. They have to make money, and when they make money, they can increase their standard of living.
Currently, there is no VAT on tractors, but we hear it's coming soon. Unfortunately, VAT was already been put for the implements, so plows, sprayers, things like rotavators, those ones the government is charging VAT on them, and that has made the price go up, unfortunately. So it will be very good if a lot of these implements can be zero rated to encourage more uptake of the farmers, to improve their productivity and to improve their profitability. I think we are going places, because in many counties in Kenya, we're already experiencing labor shortages. Very few of our young boys and girls are willing to do difficult work of farming, and they'll only be encouraged to join if it is suitable for them through mechanization. So there's a lot of interest among the young people, as long as there's suitable, affordable machinery which they can use for their businesses. Because you see, when you talk about walking behind an ox plow or carrying a panga and a djembe, I mean, that is not a future prospect that anybody is looking forward to. But when somebody owns such a machine, after people have owned boda bodas, this is the next investment to put your money in.